Okay, good morning, hyvää huomenta for everyone. We will continue with what we did yesterday, some kind of short repeat. We had some numbers in Finnish language, some numbers in Finnish language and some mathematical words which are useful to understand if you read material which is written in Finnish. And in mathematics, it is not so big problem, that language. We went through these first exercises in this math skills test, number 1, and I don't remember the order. Yes, this was the next one. Number 17, which was a simple equation. Good morning. And then we had this number 2 and number 14, and I don't think we had time for anything else yesterday. But let's continue with the next exercise in that skills test, and it was number 18. By the way, I put in the Moodle this morning. I opened there some Moodle pages or links to some Moodle pages on my other courses. They are Finnish courses, but there are some extra material. If you have nothing to do and you want to practice or study some more, please free to read those examples and do those exercises which are shown in these pages. Yes, they are in Finnish, but you may find the exercises, PDF exercises, and quite simple to understand what you have. For example, there are some PDF in which you have to train solving equations, and there are what you find it from Moodle. The matematiikan täydennyskurssi in Finnish is the one course, matematiikan täydennyskurssi. It's something like a refreshment course or refresher course in English. And then there are rakennustekniikan algebra in Finnish. That course is for civil engineering students. But there are also material for simple algebra course. Yeah. Okay. And we had this test, and we will continue with the next problem. 18 is the simple equation, this kind of equation. Solve variable x from the equation. Ratkaise muuttuja x yhtälöstä. This is one of the simplest exercises in this test. Was it 18? Did I say 18? Again, I use this letter T with the habit tehtävä problem or exercise in Finnish. And we have x minus 2 divided by 3 equals minus 2x plus 1 divided by 7. And what will you do with this kind of equation? Cross multiplying, yes. It is the same procedure as we did in this problem, which we made with 2 ways. And so actually this was not an equation, but the same procedure, cross multiplying. Yeah. Is that so?
Yeah. Similar. We left at 17.
Yes, because this morning I tried to remember what was the last one, and I only found these four examples from yesterday, but maybe I didn't go through this yet. So cross multiplying is the good way to solve this. If we compare with this problem here it is important the order. You first have to multiply these. This will come up to the top part of this fraction, and after that we multiply this. The order is important, but in these equations it is not necessary the order. You may multiply these first or these first. It doesn't. It is no matter how you do. For example, I may take this first. 7 times x minus 2 equals 3 times minus 2x plus 1. And after this is quite same as we had earlier in earlier problems, or did we have that problem yet? No, we didn't. We will open the brackets or parentheses first with multiplying this 7 with both these here and the same here. 3 times minus 2x and 3 times 1. And what will we get when we do this multiplying? Yes, 7x minus 14. And how about here? Yeah. And after this we get the same stage as we had this most simple equation in the beginning, and after this it is the same way how we solve that. We have many possibilities to do that. So let's move this part to the left hand side and this part to the right hand side. All x's to the left hand side and all simple numbers to the right hand side. And what will I write now? Yeah. So the sign changes, minus to plus or plus to minus. (13x equals 17). And after that you just have to remember the order to divide, so we will divide with this 13 here, so it will come below this 17. So I'll mark it like this, and then we get the answer. And of course after that we use calculator and look what the calculator says, what kind of decimal number we get, but in this exercise we don't need that. We leave the solving here. It is now solved. X equals 17 divided by 13. By the way, this was a problem which was correct 60%, 63% of students who made this on Friday, this test. So about 2/3 could do this correctly. Mostly I think the most common error was this dividing in the end of the problem. It was in wrong order. Most common wrong answer was 13 divided by 17. But it is only, you have to be careful. so you remember. Of course, you may always use this simple number example. For example, 3 times 5 is equals 30. And if you are unsure what to do here, you watch this. You have this 5 here in the place of x, and you get this 5 by dividing 30 with 6. So the same holds here. You have to divide this right hand side with the factor of the left hand side. These number examples are many times very useful when you are not quite sure about the mathematical rules, but in numbers you have learned these way to handle multiplication or dividing process, and it is useful in these letter or variable equations also. That was 18. And then we turn to number 3. This is only simplifying process. It is almost same as in this problem 2 had, but the new thing is in this problem is that there are brackets inside of brackets, nothing else. And this was a problem which was solved correctly by 71% of students. 12a minus and we have to simplify this. We have here 3 letters A, B, C, and we should get an answer in which we have only 1 A's and 1 B's and 1 C's. And this is the simplifying we need to do. What do we do in this kind of problem?
You first open up the inside of the first parenthesis, then apply the minus sign on the next step.
Yeah. We start with the inside brackets here, or parentheses. It is of course possible to take away all these brackets or parentheses at one time, but it is very riskiness. I mostly do error by doing that. So first take the inside brackets away. So yes, of course. So we don't do anything with this. I write them bigger those brackets which are these outside brackets. And here we see 2 brackets inside of the outer brackets. These brackets here, we only watch what is in front of those brackets. We don't see anything, so it is plus. So we just take away these brackets. But here we have minus sign, so it means that we will multiply by -1, or the same thing is that we change the signs inside of these brackets. So here we just take away those brackets, but here we change the signs, minus to plus and plus to minus. And after that we may simplify this expression here, but maybe it's easier to just take away these brackets at the next step. So I will do that first. We have 12a, and then we have this minus sign, which means that we multiply all these with -1 or change the signs inside of these brackets. So we only have to be careful, as I probably said earlier, that most common mistakes comes in the end of the sentence or end of the expression. So we have to be very careful. Minus, plus, minus. If you notice that I make errors, just tell me, so we don't all get wrong answers. And then I find the A's. Here are A, and A. Then we have B's. Let's take another color. I think this is better. This camera shows better the colors as yesterday. B's, and those who are left they are C's. What will we get if we calculate these A's here together, add those together? Yes. And how about B's? -6B, yes, and -3C. Yes, so this is the answer of that problem. Okay, and next one is number 4. It is also maybe one of the simplest exercises in this test, but this is for simplify this kind of expression. Probably it was so that if I compare the it is funny that if we watch the number 14 was this kind of problem, and it was correct 57% of students, but this was correct 60% of, so this was a little bit easier problem than this. So this means that there is some kind of statistical error in these statistics. Well, because to get this right, you have to know how to calculate this right. It's strange that it was so. Okay. Let's take the number 4, did I say so? Tehtävä 4. 4. This is 4. Let's repeat. 4. Yeah. And it was like this. As I said, it was 60% of students got this right. Well, actually, I think more than 60% and way more than 60% actually could solve this problem, but they made some kind of simple mistakes with multiplication or dividing. I think that is most common reason to not to get the final answer correct. What will we do in this. What will I write here? Sorry. What? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And what will in this kind of this first brackets 28, yeah. So I would do that. Here we have 4 and here we have 7, so we try to get 28 in the bottom part of this expression. So when we compare multiply these both with 7, we get 7 divided by 28, and we multiply these with 4, we get 4 divided by 28. Is this what you meant? Yeah. And well, actually, it depends on the problem, the numbers in this problem. Maybe it is not so useful to multiply this 4 times 7. It would be better to just write 4 times 7. It depends on the result. It may be harder to simplify the result if we get big numbers in bottom part of these fractions. But let's see how it goes. And what will be here? 4 divided by 12. There is 12. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 3 divided by 12. So after this we get the step which was actually the first step in this problem, or nearly same as in this problem 14. We have 2 fractions divided by each other. And here we can cross multiply, or well, let's do it by cross multiplying. And we have to start in this bottom left side. So as I said, the way how we read this Western way of texts, from the top left to the bottom right. This is the first direction. 3 times 12 divided by 28 times 1. And we have here 12 and 28. As I said, it would have been better to just write this 4 times 7 here, 4 times 7, and here 4 times 3, because there we would simply easily see that there are 4 which we can take away. But of course we can do it also after this step. We divide by 4, we get 3 and 7. And final answer, 3 times 3 equals 9 divided by 7. Okay, for the 6 is, it's quite funny that 6 was correct 69%. Problem 6, 69% could do this. And here we have this kind of expression. We have their numbers, and we have their letters, and we have exponents. We have some many things we have to take into account. 2a and exponent 8m minus 2n times 4a, and exponent is minus 3m plus 8m.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Could you clarify that other questions?
This.
This one.
Yeah.
I didn't got it.
From the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we first we have these fractions here, 1 divided by 4 and 1 divided by 7, and we can't add or subtract them from each other if we don't have the common number in the bottom part of these fractions. So we did so that we get 28 in the bottom part here. So these were multiplied by 7. So we get 7 divided by 28. And here we multiplied these numbers with 4. So we got 4 divided by 28. And after that we had the same number in the bottom part of these fractions. And then we could count this, put the same denominator or number in the bottom part, and then we may subtract 7 minus 4. 3 in the top side, and the same holds in this right hand side. And was it did you get this, how to get this from this step to this step? Yeah, so we made cross multiplication. So when we have this dividing here, we may continue with multiplying these numbers with each other, and then multiply these numbers with each other. We also can do that so that when we have this situation here, we may change this division mark to multiplication mark. So we get 3 divided, 28 times we change this to multiplication mark, and then we change the order of these numbers, 12 divided by 1, and we actually get the same as we get with cross multiplication. Is this clear now? Or yeah. Thank you for question, because probably, and I'm sure that you were not the only one who didn't understand. So thank you. Here we have problem where we have multiplication. There are numbers, and then there are some kind of expressions, mathematical sentences there, and we may change the order of multiplication. So most usually we do so that we turn this move this 4 in front of the sentence, so we get 2 times 4, and we get it 8. We may do this at once here. 2 times 4 equals 8. And then we have this. I will write this step here first. We just changed the order of multiplication here, so that's why we got 8. By the way, one of the most common errors in this problem is that you forget to multiply these 2 times 4. Somehow it is quite usual to just forget this 4 here. Maybe it is because student is not careful enough in calculations, but it was quite usual to have 2 here. So somehow this 4 had been forgotten. But here we get this this situation where we have a, and it has some kind of exponent there, and then we have also a with some kind of exponent. We have that. By the way, if you have own formula books. And I would be glad to see what kind of books you have. So just show me. Yes, and I wanted to show here in the first page of this book we have what is the where is that? Here we have a with the exponent r and a with the exponent s is and we see that the rule is that we sum those exponents together, r plus s. It is, if you don't remember the rule, you may take a simple example. For example, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times. And for example, if I take these numbers here, we have 2 number 2's there. So it is 2 squared, 2 to the number of 2 to the power of 2. And here we have 4 number 2's, and it is equal as 2 to the power of 4. And totally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number 2's there. So in this simple example we can see that these exponents here, if we add them, 2 plus 4, we get 6. So this rule holds as here is told that we may add those exponents together, so we get the sum there. And here is the same situation, even though we don't have simple number here as here, or simple letter there as here, but we have these kinds of sentences or expressions here. But the same holds, we just add them together. So we get 8, and then we get this A letter here, and then we just sum these together, exponents together. 2m minus 2n, and then we continue minus 3m plus 8n. And then we have here in exponent similar situation as we had, for example, in these 1, 2, 3 problems in this test. We just find the terms which have the same letter. Here we have m letters and here we have n letters. I hate those letters because they sound so similar. M and n. What?
The first one is not to AM.
Oh, sorry. Yes. How did I get this 2 there? Yes, thank you. Yes, this should be 8. Yeah. Thank you. I wouldn't pass the test. 0 points. And now we get 8m minus 3m. It becomes 5m. And minus 2 and minus 8 plus 6n. And this is the final result. You may write it like this, or somebody likes to write it like this, but I don't like this way. It is more simple to use this format. Here I use the same rule as here. We have sum here in exponent 5m plus 6n, and if we have sum in the exponent we may turn it to the left hand side of this formula. Problem 6 is there. Well, let's have a break, 50 minutes break. Or when are you going to eat today? After 1 hour or yes, after my lessons class. Yeah, okay. Let's have this 50-minute break right now. I may save the recording so I don't forget it. So let's have a small break.